Hi, we're going to work on number 38 in the Preparatory Melodies book. I may have to interrupt this one because I do have a student coming shortly. But I'm going to try and tell you a little bit about this tune, play some of it, and hopefully give you some more ideas that you can take in your practice and start to apply. That's the main thing here. So the next song, number 38, I say song because it's called Cantaline, which is kind of a little song-like tune. And I think you'll hear that. So you're trying to emulate what you would do with a voice. A lot of times it's a good idea to think in terms of if you were actually singing words. Da, 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 da. So you have a phrase, you have pronunciation. And that's kind of what we're trying to do on the trumpet. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a try here. Here we go. I'm off to note, I don't know it perfectly by ear, and so I went and I put down a fingering for an A because my eyes aren't good enough to see what's on the page here. So forgive that. That was the beginning of the last line. What's fun about these is you can always improve them. You can keep improving and improving and improving. If you have a very high ideal musically that you're aiming at, if you can hear it clearly and hear the possibilities. This is what's so wonderful about being a musician, is you can always be aiming at something that's a little bit out of your reach. Someone has said, maybe it was Robbie Burns, I'm not sure, but someone has said, a man's reach must exceed his grasp, or what's the living for? In other words, you have to keep reaching, trying for things that are beyond what you can do, but you have a vision for them. So that kind of applies to this piece. I hope you enjoyed some of the musical things, and I could go into a lot of detail here. But I think one of the things that's very important in a song-like piece is that not to lose the thread. There's a line that's going all the way through. Now, you heard me take a little bit of time at various places. Allow for the music to breathe, and that's really important. You can exaggerate those things. So play with it. Play with it. Again, start with the musical idea in your mind. When I do slow things like this, I'm pretty sure that you might have seen me do this before because I do it a lot. Let's say I'm going to put a 16th note subdivision on this. Now normally I'd be feeling 8th notes, but a lot of the notes, 8th notes are already there, so I'm going to do something like this. Do you see what I'm talking about? That allows me to feel the ebb and flow of the tempo, which is critical for this style. Now what I'm going to recommend is, it's very straightforward. You want to work on this kind of creative use of the flow of the time. You want to listen to great examples in order to get ideas and a sensibility as to what works, what seems appropriate, what seems tasty and satisfying to you about the time. But it would be good to start with just straight subdivision and not do any of those timing things. And that's what I recommend to most of my students when they're practicing the Charlier etudes, that are the style etudes especially, that are flexible. Take your time, play it absolutely strict with an even flow, a feeling of movement that's absolutely stable and steady. And then you can start to experiment a little bit with this push and pull. As your ears pick it up, sing it, practice it with the air. See, that's pretty easy to do. That's easier than doing it on the trumpet. These are all ways of accessing your internal sense of the dance, of the flow in time. And one of the great things about, I think it was Dizzy Gillespie said, the most important element in music is buoyance. You know, lift. And this certainly has a lot of that. It's this ebb and flow feeling. So I hope you can really have a lot of fun with this one. I enjoy it. I like singing style. And I hope that you do too. So go enjoy your work, and I will catch you later on. Have a good day. Bye-bye.